Hey guys, what's up? We're back with some more reactions after dark, and we are of course going to be watching China's highest paid actress blacklisted slash erased because of a Twitter fight, obviously by Stephanie Su. Now that seems kind of crazy because we've seen people be banished all the time, it seems, uh, in these videos, but over a Twitter fight? Question mark? Is that now all it's going to take? I thought it was supposed to take more than just something silly like that to be banished, but apparently just all it took was a Twitter, quote unquote Twitter fight to banish this lady. Oof. Of course, we're still doing Chinaverse stuff back to back to back. I don't know if I should weave in like some Rotten Mango stuff again in between that or not. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see. Because I don't know how many more Chinaverse videos are in the playlist. I'm assuming a lot. So it's still a while before we get near the end of Chinaverse even doing one of these videos a day. But yeah, I think we can just get straight to it. I don't think there's anything else I had to say at the beginning here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we are back with another dun dun mukbang. Woo! Okay.
And as usual, we're just gonna skip straight to it. Okay, I think about here we could start.
We have a Chinese researcher, and I was like, please, I know you probably don't want to do this one, but can you tell me about Fan Bingbing? After the Oscars, have you seen her at the Oscars? I don't know the first thing about her other than she was in a huge scandal in like a very scandalous situation, but she killed it at the Oscars and she did not get enough attention.
Wait, Oscar this year?
Or was it the Met Gala? Am I saying the...
Wait, she's back already?
Oh, she's been back. Look at her in the Oscars. She's... Oh my, Fan Bingbing. She's a name that I've heard over and over again, and I saw her at the Oscars, and everyone, even on TikTok, we're going over the Oscars look, and everyone's like, I've never heard of this person, but Fan Bingbing is killing it. Like, look at this outfit. She's incredible, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Like, non-Asians were talking about her, and I was like, I know Fan Bingbing. I gotta go look into Fan Bingbing, okay? She is going to be a new permanent figure in our Chinaverse, and people can't really...
Is she? I'm guessing now we have another character to keep remembering about, though I feel like this is... I've been waiting for it. This is the first time I feel like in a Chinaverse video where she has said the word Chinaverse. Because, like, I don't know where that came from. People were just referring to it as a Chinaverse, but this potentially might be the very first video in the Chinese verse series where she has used the term Chinaverse.
decide if they love her or if they hate her. It's up in the air. What do you know about her? What's your vibe on her?
So there's a show called 还珠格格. It's the one that I showed you. It's like an old school Chinese like emperor, like about the kings and queens and the drama.
So she goes from being a nobody, nothing. People are literally saying some vile shit about her. There was a dude who said that Fan Bingbing will never be more than just a maid in the industry. She's nothing. She's a nobody. He was so brutal to her. She comes up from it. She becomes one of the most beloved actresses of all time. I mean, there's like 1 billion people in China and not a single one I don't think know of Fan Bingbing. She's
Not a single one doesn't know.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like, they don't know her. We don't know who she is. No, everyone knows her. Even I know her, and I'm just like this random girl from Georgia, okay? Like, I know Fan Bingbing. And then all of a sudden, she gets blacklisted by the industry, all because she kind of fucks around and messes with the wrong person. And it's...
Okay, so it's not just a Twitter fight, it's her fighting on Twitter with a elite, question mark, I'm assuming a Chinese elite.
so weird. Like, I've never seen drama go down like this. I've never seen someone's career get canceled like this. I mean, she gets involved in a bit of drama, and this talk show host made it their life mission to take down Fan Bingbing, and he succeeded.
Okay, so it's not just some sort of weird elite, it's just a talk show host somehow pulled that off? That doesn't make sense.
And all because she kind of side tweeted him. She didn't even at him. It was just like she was tweeting about a movie that she was doing, but we're gonna get into it. It's so insane, like the fact that this even happened. So first, let's talk about Fan Bingbing and her
Also-
rise to fame. Yes.
Just so people know, she's like #1 actress in China a few years back.
Oh, yeah.
#1.
Like, I don't even think there's a comparable...
Yeah, she was by far #1. And she's so popular to a point that a lot of girls will go to plastic surgeon and say, I want to look like this. Like, her face was the ideal face.
Love her or hate her, she's got some immaculate proportions. While I was researching, I kept looking at her face. Perfect jawline,
I don't know. I'm not into it.
What?
So people, okay, Chinese has a saying called like 蛇精脸, like a snake devil almost. Like you look so like sharp, like foxy.
Okay, see, this is where we clash. I want a V line. I want my chin to be like this.
We do have like that shape there. Because I was like, she didn't really seem to be very sharp, like very small. I would say she has like a small head, but I don't know. I don't know what he was like saying there with the snake stuff. Like, does she look like a snake? Maybe, like evil. I could see her looking evil when she didn't have any makeup on in like those earlier pictures. Question mark. She looked more, I guess, cute is the word we're gonna use there. More baby faced, right? But with the extra makeup on, maybe she is older as well. I could see like a snake, like he was saying. I'm assuming he doesn't mean snake, but just like kind of like an evil look, like she's secretly evil, right? If she was like in a movie, she could be like pretending to be good, but she's actually evil. Like that's the look I get.
I want my jawline to be so sharp I could cut bread. The reason I don't do it, I'm scared of pain. Trust me, I would get all the plastic surgery in the world if there was no pain. I would do it immediately, in a heartbeat. You can't even stop me. But he's like, I love your circle face. I'm like, Fan Bingbing. Her career wasn't in jeopardy because of a small scandal. In fact, Fan Bingbing actually had quite a bit of scandals throughout her career. Do you know about her scandals? I'm about to go through them. But this end scandal, it was something a lot worse. It was probably one of the biggest shakeups in the Chinese entertainment industry in modern time. It happened in 2018, but let's bring it back to 1981. Fan Bingbing was born to a military family. Bet you didn't know that. Her grandfather was a senior admiral of the Naval Air Force. Her dad was also in the Navy, and her mom was a singer. And coincidentally, very shortly after Fan Bingbing was born, China started its economic reformation. So basically, they did this in South Korea too. This is like when all the chaebols started coming up. The government was like, you get money, and everybody gets capitalism. China is like a capitalism girly in this time period, and a lot of people, if they had the privilege, if they played their cards really well, if they had the luck on their side, very difficult to do. I don't want to make it seem like everyone did this, but a lot of families were able to get a lot of money during this time period. So they went from being like middle class to like upper class, or upper class to really, really freaking rich. That's what the Fan family did. And I feel like Fan Bingbing's life probably would have been completely different had this not happened. It's literally in the cards for her to be famous, is how people say it. She probably would have been pressured to study in school and like excel in grades, but instead her parents are like, we have money. We're financially comfortable. So like, you wanna go dance and sing? Like, what kind of dreams do you have, girl? And she said, Mom, Dad, I wanna perform out there. I wanna be on the stage. And like, look at this picture. Oh my God, I gotta get my iPad. It's a presentation, it's a PowerPoint. Look at her as a little kid. I mean, shut up, okay? She looks like
This outfit.
she's made for the camera. And so the parents, they start pouring money into teaching her how to play the piano, the flute, dance lessons, singing lessons, literally everything. And these
I think isn't that just the standard Asian upbringing? Question mark. I mean, not that I know, but like that's, you hear them talking better or making fun of it a lot of times. Got to learn an instrument. Got to have good grades. Got to do this. Got to do that.
dance
But I'm guessing in this scenario they don't care about the grades part. It's just like, oh, learn the piano, learn how to dance, etc., etc.
I mean, they see a lot of kids. They see a lot of kids and a lot of parents who think that their kid is special. They're like, my kid is gonna be something one day. And they're like, sir, your kid could not march on beat if their life depended on it. That's me.
See, like all these celebrities,
Yes.
I realize they all have like a childhood story. Like their parents all say something cool, like, oh, this kid and then they did this, right?
Yeah.
What did your mom say about you? Yeah, what did you tell people about Stephanie Sue's childhood?
I danced on tables for money.
Like a talent show. Oh.
Literally.
Or like for $1?
Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled. No, these people are gonna get canceled. Why would I get canceled? I used to shake my ass. Not in a weird way. I would literally go like this. Okay?
Do your chicken dance.
Yeah. I would do like my chicken dance or like this, right? And then my mom would be like, okay, choo-choo-da, right? Because kids love dancing. And I would get on a table and I would jump around and then I would ask for yongdong after. Oh my God, was my mom hustling me?
This is just a casual family dinner?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I would get money.
that's cool.
So her parents were like, you're gonna be special one day. And so did all of the dance teachers. They thought that she was gonna be someone. She had this very magnetic energy about her. People said that she had a queen aura. Again, I never hear like this. Like, not about me, but just even in researching cases, a queen aura is so specific. It's a very specific type of person. And later, before the days of Call Her Daddy, she would be nicknamed Father Fan.
What? What did she say? Like she just snuck that name in there out of nowhere because it's something we're gonna like figure out later. Just to like tangent off real quick. That has like nothing to do with this story because there's not really much to talk about yet. I feel like at all. It's just her upbringing, and I don't really have anything to anecdote in there. I'm just gonna talk about the food. They're always eating all these like mukbang stuff, right? Large portions and whatnot. I feel like it's so. I feel like inconvenient to constantly having to grab food across the table, put it on your plate, eat it, grab, plate, eat. That they're always doing because there's so much stuff in front of them. It's just like, it just feels like oof to like constantly see him coming in, getting something, putting it on his plate instead of just having a plate of food ready already for you. But I mean, that's just how these things work, right? It feels like so inconvenient to have to constantly be doing that over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah, because of how intimidating her energy was. She just did not seem like someone that you could impress. She didn't seem like someone that could be messed with. I mean, some people just have like this queenly, regal vibe to them, and she was one of those people. And surprisingly, Fan Bingbing did not grow up spoiled. She actually really wanted to be independent. Yeah, she's very interesting. So despite the fact that her parents are really well off and she's lived this very comfortable childhood, she starts moving out at 15. She packs up her bags. 15 years old. Moves to Beijing to pursue acting. Her parents gave her about $200 a month so that she could buy some necessities, which it really wasn't a lot. So she ends up living in a 100 square foot basement room, like no windows. 100 square feet. That's her whole place. She would just eat one thing of plain noodles a day or 2 plain dough breads a day, like dough buns. That's it. That's all she ate to save money. How much are like a dough buns?
50 cents.
So
10
she's
cents.
really, really frugal. And whenever her mom would call and ask, hey, do you need any money? Do you need any help in Beijing? You're literally 15. Fang Bingbing would lie and say, yeah, mom, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm doing just okay. Look, I'm not sure why she lied because it's not like her parents couldn't afford to send her the money. I feel like Fan Bingbing is just really independent. And I feel like she just really cared how they perceived her and like wanted to show them that she could do it on her own. Like even as a kid, she strikes me as the type of person that doesn't want to rely on others. Like she likes that freedom. So after a year of this, of just struggling, she decides, I can't do it. Like my dreams are not working out. She starts packing her bags. She's working up the courage to tell her parents like, hey, I'm going to be coming back home. Don't hate me, but like what can I do? But right before she makes that call, a casting agent contacts her and just very casually is like, hey, you want to star in a small little TV series? She didn't even care what the series was.
No, don't tell me it's the one.
Yeah.
It's the one?
It's the one.
Are you kidding me?
She was just willing to take whatever job to stay in Beijing. So she starred in Return of the Pearl Princess.
Oh my god. Honey, you don't even know how big that show was. Like, not even only in China. I think in
No, in Korea,
all over Asia.
it broke records.
Yeah. Like every corner you turn, people are playing that on TV.
Guess how much she got paid per episode?
What, like $1,000 or something? Something like really small, even though it was apparently her like big crash out role. How do you refer to it? I forget how like you refer to that as her big break role. I'm assuming like 1,000, right? Something like really small, like not that much. I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money, but I feel like if you're acting, that's a low amount. So I'm guessing 1,000 question mark.
$1,000 or less.
200.
Oof. I mean, me and him were on the same page, but like 200's nothing. That's even worse.
$200
Damn.
an episode.
So there's 3 seasons. I didn't see how many episodes there were. So I don't know if she's got like she stayed on the $200 an episode thing, but that if we're just going on this standard, which is like 12 episodes a season, I don't know how seasons work there. Maybe they have like 1 billion episodes a season for that show. But it's only 12. Like that's not a lot of money. Yeah, like if we're saying like 12 episodes a season for 3 seasons, that's like $7,200, something like that. Like $7,000+, which that who knows how long that show is running for 3 seasons. That's could be multiple years, and you're only making $7,000 for multiple years. That's oof.
How much did they make, do you know?
Millions on millions on millions. I mean, this show was insane. Literally broke records. It was like the biggest show in viewership in China at the time. Not just at the time, but like broke the records. She was not the lead role. She was not even the supporting role. She was the third female lead. And I mean, it was absolutely bonkers. She got her foot in the door through this TV series, and she got actually signed after all of this. So she made a lot of connections, and one of them was with a screenwriter named Jing Yao. She ends up signing an 8-year-long contract with Jing Yao. That basically means it's like all those musicians that sign with record labels. Anything that she does has to go through Jing Yao. He has to approve it. He has to pour money into her. A lot of this caused people to be suspicious. So everyone was watching the series, and like I said, it was doing really well. Everyone's like, that doesn't make sense. The third female lead, we've never heard of her before. I mean, she's decent at acting. She's, you know, not drop dead amazing talented at acting, but she's like decent. How did she get cast into such a big series at the young age of 16 years old?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that, you know, coincidentally, the moment she was trying to bail back home, she just gets this phone call. It's like, hey, come be in our show.
The two other actresses had been a little bit more seasoned than her. So it's not like a bunch of newcomers. How did she get casted? And since the entertainment industry was and still is filled with a bunch of rich parents paying for their children to cosplay acting and to experience a level of fame, everyone thought that everyone accused Fan Bingbing's parents of buying her the role. I don't think so. I mean, just hear me out.
Did they even know what she was doing? Like, did they even, like, know she was struggling, question mark? Because I don't know if they would have known that she was about to be like, okay, I can't do this, I'm coming home.
All the negative press gets worse because Jing Yao, the guy that she just signed with for 8 years, he turns around and goes to the media and says, you know what, I know that I signed this third girl, but I kind of regret it. I think that I'm gonna let her go. Like, I think I'm gonna do nothing with her in this 8-year contract because she's just a maid. Like, that's all she'll ever be. I think she's too immature. I don't think that she has much talent, so I don't want to waste a lot of money.
Is it because of the public?
It seems like it. Like, public.
Like, where's that coming from? Just out of nowhere. Just like you went out of your way to sign her for 8 years and like, yeah, I'm not gonna use her. This 8 years, so that basically doesn't mean her career would be over, because anything that she would have to be in has to go through him, and then he's just not going to do anything with her. So she's like literally not allowed to act for 8 years, essentially, if that actually went through like that.
Public was just so upset that she was being cast in this. They just had all of these ideas and conspiracies, and they felt like she was undeserving. They were ripping her to shreds, and people were getting off on this because people seem to love seeing pretty women being taken down. So they were like, yes, that bitch, literally. So he allegedly goes all out and is like on this hate Fan Bingbing train, and Fan Bingbing was rightfully enraged. She's like, okay, well, you hate me so much, then let me out of the contract, because if not, I'm gonna be stuck with you for 8 years doing nothing. It's clear that you don't want me to get any roles. You don't want to invest in my success. Even if you make money off of my success, it doesn't look like you care. And she can't work with other people without his approval. And he told her, well, as per the contract, Fan Bingbing, you have to pay me $140,000 to sever the contract prematurely.
140,000?
She has no money.
She was getting paid like $200 an episode.
Wow.
Well, I mean, her parents have money, so her parents could bail her out, but like, does she really want them to do that for her?
Oh my god. So she got f***ed by this guy.
Almost. Do you know how many people you run into in your lifetime? Like on the street too. I mean, you're not interacting with them, but like how many distinct faces do you think that you pass by?
My whole life?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's just do the math, right? Like 100,000?
Your whole life?
200?
100,000. She's a smaller number, a bigger number, because I actually feel like the conspiracy where I see too many faces that are similar. Like, too many people look like other people. Like, there's like archetypes of people, and it's weirdly so. Not to be like, oh, we're in a simulation conspiracy theory or whatever, but like, too many people look like other people. And they have like nothing to do with each other, not related. It's just there's so many archetypes of people that are just the same features, but just like slightly different. Almost like, you know, it's not real. So I don't know what number she's going to say, because I say the number's actually low. If you actually pay attention and like notice that like so many people actually look the same as the other person, like other people that you've seen.
2,000?
Your whole life?
A million?
The people guesstimate that depending on how, I guess, if you live in the city,
Yeah.
how often you go out. In China, it's somewhere around 8 million people
Oh
in your
yeah.
lifetime.
Well, yeah. In China, yes. You have that.
In your lifetime up. I didn't know she was like saying in like a year or so, but in your lifetime, 8 million, sure. But again, I'm guessing we're just seeing like how many people do you end up seeing over your lifetime? Like 8 million different people you might end up seeing. But I think if we're talking like unique from each other, there's way too many people who look like, suspiciously, is what I'm saying. There's suspiciously way too many people who look like other people, and then can actually fit into categories of people, like archetypes of people, because they look so similar, almost as if they're just you know, like an NPC, but non-player character, if you know what I'm talking about, that's been plopped down, and then like some entity is like, okay, let me duplicate you and just like make some small changes, and then okay, there we go. Let me duplicate you, small changes, so you're not exactly the same. You know, don't copy my homework, kind of thing.
To add a zero behind that, yes. Very different from Georgia. Okay. So 8 million people.
8 million people. And you probably interact with a couple 100,000 of them. You probably get close to a few hundred of them in your lifetime. Fun Bing Bing has this random guy call her up to star in a show. And then she runs into another guy. I don't know how they met, but she ends up meeting Jiayun.
A what?
Jiayun.
Jiayun, I guess.
Yeah, the universe just keeps trying, it seems, to make her a star, question mark.
Who is he?
An investor. Okay, last bite.
So he's not like famous actor. It's behind the scene.
He does some acting. This guy. Ta-da!
Yeah, I don't know him. Nice.
She meets this man, and it's wild. He's a man in the industry that likes to invest in actors and actresses. He owns a company called Pika King International Group Holdings. So imagine someone invests in stocks, but instead they just invest in one person to be big or to get big movies and roles. So these investors, they usually have a ton of resources, obviously, but they have power and connections in the entertainment industry. There are some investors that are more well-connected than others, but they can easily influence who flops and who succeeds. For some reason, this man was like, Fun Bing Bing, you are not gonna flop. Not on my watch. Let me help you get out of this contract. So she leaves with this man and starts trying to build her career and kind of build back her reputation. Now that everyone's saying that her dad bought her the role, there was a guy publicly saying that she was immature, so that she's not talented. And JY, the new man, he said that he was willing to put in his money where his mouth was. He told her that he would put aside $900,000 for her to use to make sure that her dreams come true.
Damn.
They signed a 3-year contract guaranteeing that she would star in at least 5 movies during that time period. But the whole thing, I mean, it is the next step in her career, and it does help. But a lot of naysayers felt like it was fishy. Netizens started speculating that maybe Fun Bing Bing was sleeping with JY, and that he was just her sugar daddy. It didn't make sense for him to make such a foolish investment. They felt it was foolish. On top of that, there was a weird circulating rumor that Fun Bing Bing was spending a ton of money. And she had just started off, so people were like, where is she getting that money? Sources close to the people said that she was getting like $70,000 a month from JY as a sugar baby fee. I don't really believe this, okay? And it's not because Fun Bing Bing denied it. That's not the only reason why. But there were just a lot of rumors about this guy. So this man, he runs this massive company, he's super loaded, and he would hire all these female employees, and these female employees came out and talked about this. He would hire them and be like, hey, Christina, do you want to get in my car and let the big boss take you out for dinner? She's like, hell yeah, I want to go out to dinner with the CEO. I mean, probably surf and turf, right? Probably. I mean, worst case, a little surf. Worst case, a little turf, right? Maybe not both at the same time, but she's expecting like a nice meal because it's your boss, it's the CEO, it's a super rich man. So she would hop into his Mercedes Benz, and the whole time he's like talking about his Mercedes and how cool his Mercedes is. He would drive around the block like zooming, pedal to the metal, like people are hearing him skr, and like there would be a pretty girl in his passenger seat, and then he would pull up to a street food vendor and buy her like 50-cent noodles. Which she's like, I mean, this is good, but
So he's cheap is what you're saying?
yeah, like you talked all this talk. You drove me around the block.
This is not the guy who signed them. This is his boss / CEO. That's who we're talking about? Question mark. Again, we're kind of like not necessarily throwing shade at the street vendors, but it's like the disrespect's not the word I'm looking for either. It's the, let me think about it. I don't know, like disrespect's like an okay word, but it's not the word I'm looking for. But it's like the fact that you're just writing off street food, I think, because we're not caring about the quality or like if it actually just really tastes good, if it's just a lot of love put into it. It's just like, no, I want you to spend a lot of money on the food, question mark. Like we're only caring about the monetary value of the food rather than just like, you know, how it tastes, how much care is put into it, how much love. I mean, we're talking about street food, but who knows if this isn't like the best food ever made, and this person making the food is just amazing. But it's really because it's street food, it's like, oh, you didn't spend like $1 million.
The same block, like 10 times. You had the windows down, music blasting, you were like revving your engine, you're like, let me treat you, let Big Boss treat you. And you buy me 50-cent noodles when I know you're like a bajillionaire. Okay, it was a little ridiculous. So I don't think that she was getting $70,000 a month. That sounds insane. But she did react a little weird to the rumors. They were like, Fan Bingbing, are you dating JY? And she said, I'm only 18. I'm not at the age yet, but I won't deny that I have positive feelings towards him. And
I'm only 18. Is she under the impression that you can't date at 18? You have to be older than that?
regarding whether or not we get together, it's too early to say now. It's just a little bit of a strange reaction. Like, maybe he wanted to date her. This is how I think. I think that he is in control of her fate, and he probably wants to date her, and she's saying, oh, I can't date because I'm focused on my career and I'm so young, but she can't publicly say that absolutely not, we're not dating. She has to kind of make the rejection nice and kind and give him some sort of hope so that he would give her more roles, is my speculation. People had this word that they would call her, which was just familiar. Like, this is in the beginning of her career. JY would also make super weird comments, and he would admit that he spent way more money on Fan Bingbing than any of the other actresses that were signed with him, and he stated it's because she was a very pure individual. And people thought that was weird too. Up until this point,
I mean, the comment about saying she can't date at 18, that seems to fall in line with that. Like, if we're being honest, she's being, well, innocent, I think. It's a very innocent take to be like, oh, I'm too young to date when you're already 18. And, like, most people are, like, trying to date when they're, like, preteens, I feel like.
Fan Bingbing does not really have the image that she wants. She's kind of just seen as like a familiar sugar baby. It just wasn't a good look in the industry, and she had to really crawl her way out of this hole that she didn't even make for herself. And then she enters her nemesis era. Every celebrity has got to have a nemesis era. Otherwise, are you even a celebrity? Are you even relevant, right?
What is nemesis?
It's like you got an enemy. Like, you got some celebrity drama. Like, a nemesis would be like Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. They're kind of like nemesises, whether they are in real life or not.
Hailey Bieber, I'm guessing. Who is Hailey Bieber? The only thing I would assume is sister, wife, mom, even of Justin Bieber? Question mark. But I'm guessing not the mom. But like, who the heck is Hailey Bieber? I guess it has to be them, but I've never heard of her. Justin, sure, but Hailey? Like, who is that? Okay, I looked it up. It was a bit. It took a second to like figure out the connection there, but she's Justin Bieber's wife. I think I keep saying Beaver, but like, it's hard not to say Beaver. Justin Bieber's wife. So I was looking at, okay, her parents are this and this. Her parents are the Baldwins. She is the niece of Alec Baldwin. So she's part of the Baldwin family line, but she married into like Bieber's line, I guess. So she's Justin Bieber's wife. So what does his wife and Selena Gomez have beef over? Question mark. I don't know anything about any of that. Selena Gomez was in Wizards of Waverly Place, right? Yeah, I was just making sure. I looked it up. I know she's like a singer and whatever now. But back then, that's what I knew her for, and I did like her back then. I don't know if it was like a teenage crush or anything, but I did like her, but like not since I was like a teenager. Like, I don't really care about her now, and I haven't for who knows, 100 years it's probably been. So I don't know what she's really been up to, like what she's beefing over and whatnot with apparently Justin Bieber's wife. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. There's a long tangent to say I don't know what's going on with those two.
Publicly, they're seen as nemesises, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Saying
Would you say nemesis over nemesis? I feel like nemesis sounds right. Sounds better to say nemesises and nemesis.
Who is she
nemesises.
again?
Oh,
Oh, it's the nemesis?
nemesises.
Nemesis.
Li Bingbing.
Ah,
You know Li Bingbing?
of course I know Li Bingbing. They have the same name.
Yes.
So their last name is different, and their first name are both Bingbing.
They call him the Battle of the Bings.
The Battle of the Bingbings.
Yes. Okay.
I used to get confused. I'm like, which one is it again?
Wait, is Li Bingbing still around?
Yeah, she's big too.
Wow.
Not as big, but she's very big, very big.
Yeah.
It's like the Jimmy's, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh,
It's the same.
yes.
I get confused.
Yes. Fan Bingbing meets an actress on set, Li Bingbing, and Li Bingbing at the time was already famous. She was already successful. She was well connected. She was actually working with one of the most famous managers, powerful managers named Wang. Not Wang Zitong, but Wang. And she was signed with Huayi Entertainment.
Huayi, yeah, the biggest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I heard it's like the equivalent of signing with like Hybe or like YG.
YG, yeah.
Yeah. So she's signed. She's got a lot of resources backing her. And Li Bingbing took a liking to Fan Bingbing. Fan Bingbing gave her little sister vibes, so she wasn't shy about helping her. I mean, she
Okay, how does this turn into them being nemesis?
even introduced her to her own manager, to Fan Bingbing, and it was kind of bad. Fan Bingbing would leave Jia Yun on good terms and sign with Huayi Entertainment, and she was still not really doing that well. Every project wasn't tanking per se, but it was just mediocre at best. Meanwhile, Li Bingbing was still on a roll. She was starring in this hit movie called Young Detective. Everyone loved it. Okay, the reception was insane. So when it was announced that they were gonna make a Young Detective Part 2,
Oh, I think I know. 少年包青, it's not just, he's not just a detective. He's like, anyways, whatever. He's a detective.
he's not just a detective, he's like the greatest person alive. When it was revealed that there was gonna be a Young Detective 2, I mean, imagine like they're making an Enola Holmes 2, and it's gonna be Millie Bobby Brown. Everyone just expects it's gonna be Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Huh? Just like listing off stuff. I don't even know what she even just said.
Making an Enola Holmes 2.
And Enola Holmes 2. Enola Holmes? I think that was, if I just had to take a hard guess, because she just said Millie Bobby Brown or whatever, that was that show on Netflix. I don't think that show did very well, question mark. Maybe it did okay, and I don't know if it was a show or a movie on Netflix. But like, who knows that show? And I'm just making an assumption there that that's what she's talking about. So I don't really think that's as crazy as of a drop as she thinks. Because again, I think that's what she's talking about. That show or movie on Netflix. And Millie, I believe it. Well, not I believe it. Like it. She's the girl who is like the main character, one of the main characters in Stranger Things on Netflix. So it's just like tangentially in that area of Netflix stuff.
And it's gonna be Millie Bobby Brown. Everyone just expects it's gonna be Millie Bobby Brown, right? Mm-hmm. Even Li Bingbing, even though she didn't have any explicit conversations or signed any.
I'm assuming it's just the correlation there is just we're talking about like a detective show. So it's like having this detective show and having the exact same, expecting the same person to play another season or movie, right? I think that's what we're saying.
Expects it's gonna be Millie Bobby Brown, right? Mm-hmm. Even Li Bingbing, even though she didn't have any explicit conversations or signed any contracts with producers, she was just never told that it wasn't a sequel. She was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be on the Young Detective 2, right? Well, she walks into the offices one day, and they're getting ready to start some promo productions and demos, and they had some pics up, and guess who's on the fucking poster for Young Detective 2? Not Lee.
Let me guess. Yeah, I mean, we already knew where this was going, but it was like they replaced her with the other being this other, the main character of today's story. Also, this video is auto chaptered, and you can see instead of like her name Lean Bing Bing, it just says leaving big because it doesn't know what she's saying. So it's just like I think this is what the AI is just like. I think this is what's being talked about. Leaving big.
Li Bingbing, Fan Bingbing. I'm sorry. What? I don't know for certain that Fan Bingbing betrayed Li Bingbing. I don't know their friendship, their relationship, but Li felt destroyed. She felt like she trusted this girl enough to bring her into this, and now this is how she repays her.
Oh, really?
So
she's upset?
She was a little bit upset. I don't know if she got over it, but there is a rumor that they have a long-standing feud where they were constantly fighting for Huayi's resources. And another thing is, in addition to the movie, Wang, the manager, starts slowly pulling away from Li Bingbing, and she starts calling herself even Fan Bingbing's godmother. So it's clear that Wang wanted to promote Fan Bingbing over Li Bingbing, and this started the Bing Wars. So side note, Fan Bingbing still was nowhere near established like Li Bingbing, and Li had this fan base that just really believed in her. Even with Wang backing Fan Bingbing, she was still called a flower vase, arguably one of the worst things to be called in the industry. It means
Wait,
that
who is
you're
called flower vase?
Fan Bingbing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Backing, yeah.
They said that you just got like flowers and water, and then the rest is empty. You're
Like
just
a
pretty.
flower vase, it's just pretty to look at.
Like a decoration.
Useless. Decoration. Yeah.
Yeah. So she would have to work her ass off to get rid of that flower vase title. What?
You're like the flower vase with the flower.
Thanks.
You're pretty to look at him. Good to smell.
He smells my scalp and it really makes me upset. Like after a long day of working out, of doing all.
Didn't we talk about yesterday about her being weirded about him smelling, or the guy from yesterday's video smelling hair and like not understanding it, but apparently he's over here smelling her hair all the time. I'm told you, it's just normal. It's just normal.
all this other nonsense, he'll come in, he'll go, and I'm like, calm down, Huang.
What?
So in 2003, Fan Bingbing stars in a movie that shows off her acting. She ends up winning like basically the China's equivalent to an Oscar. I mean, once you win an Oscar, people can hate on you, but they can't really say that you're not talented. Like if they do, they're just haters. How can you really say that? Like you sound whiny. So she's finally being recognized for her talent. And the movie was called Cell Phone. Keep this in mind.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
good.
So the movie is about a TV host who is perceived as perfect, reasonable, rational, and the voice of the nation. He's like the most famous TV host. Everybody loves him. But behind closed doors, he's cheating on his wife with a young, attractive woman, Fan Bingbing, and it's about him trying to basically gaslight and manipulate his wife and keep his affair going. He's like a really gross, there's no redeeming qualities about this character. I mean, the whole world sees him as the super amazing TV host, but he's super nasty. So this movie is gonna be the start of her career. She's gonna get famous. This is like the peak, but it's also gonna come back and be the end of her career as she knows it. I mean, because she's gonna make a comeback, but it's just, you get it. It's gonna be a full circle moment. That's what's crazy. But before we get to the full force cancellation, there's a few other scandals we gotta quickly breeze through. Fan Bingbing really started taking acting seriously. Like she was doing things that were unheard of in the China entertainment world at the time. She refused to be edited into explicit scenes, which is what most actresses at the time did. She didn't want to use a body double in those scenes either.
She wants to act herself.
Yes. Okay. She said that she wanted to get into the mindset. She said all these things I have to sacrifice for art. When I'm...
I was like, what is being said there? Like, I was so confused. I thought like, oh, she didn't... like she didn't want to be edited in. As in, like, she didn't want to be part of those things at all. But no, she wants the opposite. She wants to actually be there in the moment.
I'm reading the script, it's uncomfortable and I'm blushing, but it's for art. Yeah. And she said to sacrifice for art is the basic moral as an actress. I don't need a body double. She also played a role as a foot masseuse in a seedy massage parlor, and she went and lived with the workers of a massage parlor to get an understanding of her character. She would give these massages to her crew members' feet, like just really got into the mindset. But as her acting career grew, like everyone just kind of wanted to take her down. So she started having a ton of scandals. Primarily, it was like scandals of her allegedly sleeping with producers. And honestly, it's mostly because these producers are super freaking creepy. Like, it's got nothing to do with Fan Bingbing. She was on a press tour once with the director of the Cell Phone movie, and it was his birthday. So she said, "Happy birthday, director. I wish you to be happy and healthy always." He's like, "Should we have a hug?" Yes, of course. She goes in to hug him, and he goes, on this press tour, "Such big breasts."
What?
Yeah.
But where does he say that? Like, where he just like saying that out of nowhere? Just, yeah. Like, what? What is going on there?
Oh my god, you don't believe me? I got a video. You want to see it?
Happy birthday, director. Wishing you happiness and well-being. Let's have a hug. They said, I think they said huge there, but let's have a hug. Sure. Oh, and then he says that there, which is weird.
I don't think people received it well.
Yeah. It was a really...
Yeah. And even
Yeah, that's just like, what is wrong with you?
the laughter was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. So, I mean, I don't think that he was genuinely up there being like, such big breasts. But it's definitely started some rumors, yeah. There was also rumors that she was dating Jackie Chan.
Really? Jackie Chan just like forcing himself back into the Chinaverse again? Because we've had him make an appearance before.
And people felt like they wanted to attribute her entire career to Jackie Chan. Basically, there's a picture of them sitting side by side at an award ceremony. And on the surface, like above the table, so it's like a dinner service, everything seems normal, completely fine. But there's a picture of Fan Bingbing and Jackie Chan where you can see under the table, and it looks like Fan Bingbing is holding his hand. So netizens picked this picture apart, and they came up with a few different explanations. Some stated that they were holding hands because they were dating. Some stated that Jackie Chan was trying to put his hand on her leg and she stopped him. Some said that she stopped him because it's like, ew, gross, dude, what are you doing? Others stated that she stopped him because she's like, no, we can't blow our cover.
Jeez.
Yeah, but other than that, I would say that all of her dating scandals were relatively small compared to other celebrities.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that scandalous. I think people
I've never heard anything about that, about Jackie, though, of course. I don't know anything about Jackie's personal life, so I technically wouldn't know.
just constantly, what I see with all of her scandals is they consistently wanted to make it that she was dating someone and that would explain her success rather than just giving her the kudos.
Yeah, she was killing it, yeah.
Yeah, so people are like, no, she's got to be forking someone for this. And it was like, no, maybe if you stopped caring so much, she wouldn't be as famous. But like, clearly she's having an effect on people, so what's going on? But one of her biggest scandals to date even resulted in lawsuits. And it was with
Lawsuits?
her little brother. So
Have we heard about her family, like her siblings? I don't know if we know that she had siblings yet. Yeah, this is like our first time hearing that she has siblings.
everyone accused her little brother of being her son. Okay, not everyone.
What?
everyone. This was like a smaller portion of the internet. Yes.
Wait. Fun.
Chin.
What?
Okay, so around 2017 and 2018, they actually sued a bunch of people because of this for defamation. Fan Bingbing's little brother, Fan Cheng, started breaking out in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, he became an idol.
Yes, people love him, and
It's not like he's like 5 years old. Like, you could actually actively make that assumption. Like, how do they think this grown man is her child?
he's okay, fine. He's kind of a nepo baby, but everyone really liked him. He's very likable. He's very genuine and kind of hilarious. And it seems like he really loved his sister. So that was kind of the shtick for a while. They had this really cute dynamic. And they said that whenever Fan Bingbing was working, he's little, he would call her and he would nag her and he'd be like, "Are you off work? Are you tired? You have to take care of yourself. You need to rest after you work, okay?"
So there you off, okay, so he actually is young here. So like we're just showing like a picture of him old, but I guess that's like newer. So back in the day, possibly not the 90s, I feel like, because she was born in the 80s. I don't remember how like late into the 80s she was born, but I feel like she wouldn't look like this in the 90s. Question mark. Maybe she would, depending on how long ago it was. So yeah, maybe this is like a late 90s, early 2000s.
And then as he got older, he'd go to school and be like, "No, you shut up. My sister's Fan Bingbing." And everyone would be like, "We don't freaking believe you, you pathological liar." And he'd be like, "Give me your phone." And he would call Fan Bingbing, and then he'd be like, "Hello, sister?" And at first she'd be so concerned, like, "Why are you calling me off of this stranger's phone number? Did something happen at school? What's going on?" And then he'd be like, "Nothing happened at school. Shh, nothing happened. Hi, Fan Bingbing, my sister." Soon she realized what was going on, so she would straight up pick up the phone and say, "Can you please tell your friends this is not my number?" Because they would probably call right after, okay?
Can you imagine that's your older sister though? That would be insane, right?
Yeah. And so once he made it as an idol, they're like sharing these stories, and it's so freaking cute, and people loved it. And he was even asked, like, if one day you can choose your female lead, who would it be? Like, one of Fan Cheng's friend was asked that.
Okay, so the little brother's friend is asking who?
Is being asked, like, "Hey, if you could star with a female lead, who would it be? Like, your love interest." And so Fan, like, the brother is sitting there, and he's just listening to his friend, fellow, like, idol group member, and
They say Fan Bingbing?
Fan Bingbing.
Who would you pick as female lead?
Fan Bingbing.
And he obviously says it. And he's like just upset. What are your thoughts? Sorry, no. I would beat him up.
And he looks so speechless. And tell me why Jackson Wang is there, but he's like running around because it's hilarious, okay? And then he's asked, like, "What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?" And he's like, "No, what are your thoughts?" He's asking the friend, "What are your thoughts? Huh? What are you thinking?" And he forced his friend to look at him and he said, "Sorry, no." It was really cute. It was really, like, protective.
Protecting his older sister?
And then in interviews afterwards, he was asked about it and he would say things like, "I would punch him to death, of course. She's my sister. Only I can act with her." So if you were to act with your sister, what scene or role would you have?
Okay, before we get to that point, roll back for a second, split second, where, because I didn't like say anything and I've like been holding out and talk about it. When she said she wants to actually be in the moment in those like, you know, intimate scenes rather than just being edited in. I mentioned that yesterday, right? Or like in one of these videos. Like, I don't know how actors can just be like, "Yeah, I'm just going to make out with random person in this movie," or have fake extracurricular activities in these movies, or possibly even actually just doing it. I don't know. I feel like sometimes they just actually are, you know, committing extracurricular in some of these movies just to make it more realistic. Question mark. I don't know. And yet, you know, you have boyfriends, you have husbands, wives, girlfriends, whatever, boyfriends, girlfriends, etc., etc. I feel like that's too rough. Like, I guess they're just like on the same page. Like, yeah, it's fine because it's just acting, but I don't know about that. But yeah, now we get back to what she's about to say. Is she about to say something weird? Question mark. I feel like it can't be weird, right?
I would be her boyfriend, of course.
Yeah, see, that I knew it was going to be something like that. He was going to say something weird.
What?
It's a bit ambitious, dude. You know.
Are we talking about the brother? I'm guessing he has a sister complex. I guess growing up with like a famous sister, like basically your entire life, right? He's gained a sister complex, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just like if you have a sister complex, brother complex, it's like someone who's extremely obsessed with their sister or brother, almost to a romantic point. Usually this is a fictional archetype, question mark. I guess there can be people like that in real life too, obviously. So like it's not devoid of being real. But yeah, I feel like we're getting like sister complex from him. He's a ciscon. I feel like is that the case? Question mark. And how does that equate to him being her son? I'm guessing that was just like maybe in the late 90s, early 2000s they thought she was a son, because now we're just talking about like their relationship in general and how close they are, or possibly too close, since he has a sister complex.
You don't think so? Yeah, she would scream at me until the day I die. So it sounds weird, but the way that
What?
what scene or role would you have? I would be her boyfriend, of course.
What?
It's a bit ambitious. You don't think so? Yeah, she would scream at me until the day I die. So it sounds weird, but the way that he's saying it is not weird.
Yeah,
like it's not like
cute.
it's not like, oh my god, I want to date my sister. It's like, no, I gotta be her boyfriend, so no one else, because no one's good enough. Like
And
it was really
they're
cute.
like really big in age gap. I think.
19 years.
19 years age gap.
That's the scandal. Okay,
Holy.
so
Okay, so yeah, so she was already adult then by the time he was brought into existence.
most of the people were appreciating this cuteness of this like sibling dynamic, right? But there were haters that were speculating and bringing up their conspiracies. And they said, isn't it weird that he's 19 years younger? I mean, it's not normal in most cultures, especially Chinese culture, to have a 20-year age gap between siblings. So they start going back 19 years in Fan Bingbing's career, and turns out she was rumored to have been dating a big director and producer at the time by the name of Hong Jinbao.
That's huge, yeah.
And it's unclear if they dated for sure, but he openly admitted to gifting her a $4 million estate, which people don't really think that you do unless you're dating someone. And people started speculating that she was living with him at that point, got pregnant. And I don't know how people started coming up with this theory, but they said that she tried to terminate the pregnancy inside the apartment, but due to complications, she was rushed to the hospital and her life was saved. But she gave birth and her parents didn't want it to ruin her career, so they took on the responsibility of raising her son as if it was their son. These rumors were later proven false. But it was pretty bad. Like, people were going around comparing pictures of Fan Cheng when he was a baby boy and Hong Jinbao and saying that they looked similar. I mean, it got to the point where they were being so negatively affected by it that they had to take legal action, and they sued a bunch of people for defamation.
I was wondering, like, how are we going to get all the way back around to this being defamation?
And they had to prove that they were siblings in court.
Wow.
But they had to take a test, DNA test, to make sure, like, yeah, these two are made up out of their mom and dad, not each other, or like this guy is not her DNA.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it was pretty insane, and I think that it really, it just wasn't good for her reputation, and it was literally people trying to tear her down for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that sort of like distance, because I actually don't know how old my sisters are at this point, because I don't know how old they are compared to me, because we're not in contact really. But like my oldest sister, because I'm pretty sure you've never heard something like this before. My oldest sister is old enough to where her first child, is 1 year younger than me. Right? Even though I am the uncle to this girl, she is still older than me. So my niece is 1 year older than me. That's how like old my sister is, like my oldest sister. And I don't know when she had her, but like, yeah, when I was a kid and hanging out at her house, like, you know, she's an adult, she has a husband, she has 2 to then 3 kids, and like she had 3 kids. I was still a kid again, because again, my niece is like a year older than me. That she must be like a lot older, so she very well could be like 20 years older than me. I'm not sure, because like I don't think we knew anyone's age. Like even like when we all were close, quote unquote, all close with each other, I don't know if I knew how old they were, because like we just never talked about how old we are with each other. It's just like all my sisters are essentially adults by the time I was like a kid. And like my younger sister, she was kind of still a teen, I think, when I was like a child. So like the younger sister, sure, but all the other ones, they were out living on their own as adults already by the time I was like brought into the world. I feel like, give or take, right? So I'm pretty sure no one has ever heard of a story where an uncle is actually younger than his niece or nephew. I mean, nephews aren't younger than me. Like, only that one niece is older than me by like a year or something. But yeah, like, have you ever heard of something that crazy? Like, a niece being older than their uncle?
And side note, there was another thing that happened that was kind of a mini scandal, not really, because most people loved it. But do you guys remember Big S mattress? Oh yeah, okay. When Big S was getting married to her first husband, not the Korean one, but he was like a billionaire family, like super crazy rich kid. And Fan Bingbing was asked, oh, like, do you have plans on marrying rich? Like, have you thought about marrying rich, like your friend? And she said, I don't have to marry into a rich family. I am the rich family.
Never thought about marrying into a rich family. Because I am the rich family.
So it's very reminiscent of the Cher quote, but most people were like, yes, I love it, like girl boss, right?
Yeah.
But a few people said that she was very cocky. And she literally had to explain herself, which is like, are you dumb? You know that's not what I meant. She was just trying to explain herself, and she said, I just don't think about it. I was literally asked.
I think what she's trying to say is like, she's not looking for a rich family.
No, that's how she had to clarify.
Yeah.
So she's saying it like that, and people are like, oh, you're so cocky, like what's wrong with you? And she clarified, I was asked this question, and I'm answering, I'm not looking to marry into a rich family because I don't think money matters when you love someone.
Yeah, he's like, she's like, I already have the money. I don't need to marry a rich husband.
But then people were trying to twist it and be like, look at her, so egotistical, so gross, like so ungrateful and cocky that she's rich. And it's like, you're missing, like, just admit.
Yeah, like I think everyone gets what's being said here. It's like in the scenario where someone has to marry into being rich, she is the rich one. So like the person she's going to be going after doesn't really, like, that doesn't matter. I mean, that's like, even that's still a little bit of negative side of that, but it's just like, she doesn't care about money. She can be with anybody. I mean, it's nice. It'd be nice if people thought that way more often. Like, money doesn't matter, but unfortunately, I don't think that's the reality we live in. Because you can't just be two homeless people. I mean, I guess you technically can. I mean, if you are homeless at that point, well then finding someone who's also homeless, that works. But I don't think it's typical for someone to want to be with someone who has no money. It's like the opposite. Well, depending on like the archetype of person. Like, I'm not gonna get too into that, but like there is like archetype of people obviously that want you to have a lot of money. And there's another type of people who don't really care. I mean, she doesn't care, allegedly. I don't care. Like, I am on the side of not caring, but I feel like that's pretty normal. But who knows? I mean, if they made zero money, that's cool with me.
That you don't have comprehension skills. Just admit it.
Yeah,
So-
like she being like the top actress, she just attracts so much haters.
Yes, and I also
Constantly.
think
By zero, I mean like literally no job, zero money, etc. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like she being like the top actress, she just attracts so much haters.
yes, and I also
Constantly.
think for the top actress to be asked, have you ever thought about marrying into a rich family, is pretty sexist. Like, you
Yeah.
don't go up to like super rich men and go, have you thought about marrying a rich woman? It's like, what do you say?
Well, it's just gender norms is what's going there. I mean, that's just obvious why they would ask her that and not a guy. I mean, unfortunately, if you want to say unfortunately.
Right now, like, this
That's
is
true.
literally a world-renowned actress. That's a question.
That's true.
It's like a setup, okay? And her last scandal, before we get into the big official one, she had her feud with Lee Bingbing, and she had one with Wang Zitong. Yeah,
Wang Zitong mentioned again. Every episode, Wang Zitong has to be brought up for like a split second. Why? What is she going to get into a beef with Wang for?
swear.
Wang Zitong.
He's never too far away from my life. She worked on a movie called I Am Not Madame Bovary, and the production of this movie,
Oh, yes.
all in, I think they spent like $10 million, something crazy.
It was famous.
Failed.
Oh, it failed?
Beginning, at least box office. I don't know if it did well later in like streaming services, but box office numbers were not what they were expecting. Mainly because AMC theaters, controlled by Wonder Group, refused to give the movie good time slots. They played it, you
Why?
know, but not in prime hours. Like, just imagine you want to go watch this movie, and they're like, okay, you can either do 9 a.m. on Monday or like 1 a.m. on Tuesday. And you're like, well, I have to go to work, and who the is gonna go watch a movie at 1 a.m.? I'm like,
I don't know. I feel like there's people out there that want to be night owls. I feel like I'd prefer to be outside at night. I don't know if I want to watch a movie at 1 a.m., but I mean, nighttime just is nicer than daytime, right?
go into that. I guess I'm gonna watch this other movie at 7 p.m. after work. It was bizarre. I mean, it was so atrocious. It looked very, very, very planned out by the Wanda group. It's speculated
Like, why? What beef is there? Like, why do they want to do that to them?
that Huayi Entertainment had been headhunting one of Wanda Group's most high valuable executives. So
Okay, it's just like higher up beef.
this was their way to get payback.
Payback?
Yeah, and then Wang Zitong started going after Fan Bingbing. We've already talked about it, his famous tweet where he said, there are celebrities and actors. They're completely different. Actors are like teachers. Celebrities are like red carpet statues. They have no scale, no notable films, and are famous due to gossip and hype, like Fan Bingbing.
What the?
I mean, he just loves like talking mess about everybody.
Side note, Fan Bingbing kills it on the red carpet, so I mean, I guess that kind of proves his point, but not
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Aren't you proving what he just said correct?
really. Okay, she can do both, but she wait, 잠깐만.
Yeah, like, hello? You kind of are just playing into what he's saying? I'm assuming she just said wait a minute in like Korean or something. That makes me want to say like chotomante or whatever, like in Japanese.
You know what? I'm gonna come back to that later because it's not working. So this is wild because, like I mentioned, his dad owns AMC Theater. So it's not like he's just talking about celebrity gossip while he's a billionaire in like the healthcare industry. He's literally a major player in the movie industry, in the entertainment industry, and he's out here feuding people. But Fan Bingbing was not just gonna let him get away with it. She commented back, "You can go back to your daddy, and I can go back to my job, and looks like both of us are progressing in our careers."
I don't remember if she said that she said that in the Wong Zitong video.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, and then she got married. Oh my God, so much is happening. So everyone in her career, for so long, they were like, we think that you're dating producers and directors and mother Jackie Chan. But like, who are you really dating? And she came out and was like, oh, you know what? I will tell you who I'm dating once Huang Xiaoming gets married, who was like just f***ing around at that time.
Huang Xiaoming, which is
Angela Baby's husband.
Oh my
So
God.
then she said that, and what do you know? He gets married to Angela Baby, and she keeps her word. She announces her relationship days later.
no way. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she publicly announces her relationship with actor Lee Chen. And Lee Chen was nowhere near as big as Fan Bingbing, but I don't
Of course, no clue who that guy is.
think anyone would have been like, she was literally the GOAT. But he is a permanent member of China's Running Man, which also Angela Baby is. And this is where wordplay comes in. On the show Running Man, Lee Chen was known to literally be the muscle of the group, like physically very strong. And they nicknamed him Big Black Cow. I don't know why. But because while he was dating Fan Bingbing, she had all these dating scandals. People started calling him Green Cow. Yeah, and you're like, that's not
Green cow.
strange. I mean, all of it's strange. The first nickname doesn't make sense. The second nickname doesn't make sense. Green is kind of an insult in China. It's basically associated with being cheated on and disrespected by your partner.
We call it, are you wearing a green hat?
Yeah.
Meaning you got cheated on.
Okay, yeah, that's like new culture stuff that I haven't heard before. Like this derogatory use of the color green. Haven't heard that before. But he's like, what, big black cow? Question mark. Wait, what did she say?
First nickname doesn't make sense. The second nickname doesn't make sense. Dating Fan Bingbing, she had all these dating scandals. People started calling him Green Cow. Yeah.
No, not green cow was the first one.
And this is where wordplay comes in. On the show Running Man, Lee Chen was known to literally be the muscle of the group, like physically very strong. And they nicknamed him Big Black Cow. I don't know.
Okay. So, isn't that just a bull? Question mark. So he's just like being referred to as a bull, like a big bull. So, big strong bull. I think.
Why? But because while he was dating Fan
I think it's just like a way of saying bull without just calling him a bull.
And you're like, that's not strange. I mean, all of it's strange. The first nickname doesn't make sense. The second nickname doesn't make sense. Green is kind of an insult in China. It's basically associated with. So if a girl cheats on a guy, the expression is, yeah, green hat. And they called him green cow.
Or you just say, huh, your head looks a little green today.
If you think,
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, the top of your head looks kind of green.
Oh my God.
That means, yeah, your girlfriend cheated on you. Yeah.
So he was green cow. But they never let this get to them. They were very publicly affectionate. And in 2017, he proposed. And on Fan Bingbing's 36th birthday, and she said yes. So she's married to this guy named Lee Chen. Keep this in mind. Now, let's get into the real cancellation.
For
the big one.
now.
For now. In 2018.
Well, is that foreshadowing that they're not together anymore?
Fan Bingbing starts working on a new movie called Cell Phone 2. It's a comeback after like 15 years. 15 years later! So remember the Cell Phone movie is about a host that's cheating on his wife? There was so much drama about that movie when it came out because there was a real-life TV host named Sui Young Yuan.
Cui Yongyuan.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Yong, okay? And Yong was a well-known real-life TV host. So think Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Ellen DeGeneres, like that type of well-known, what's his name? James Corden, that level. And his whole shtick, he had a very particular way of hosting. So everyone has their different styles. The Jimmys are a little similar sometimes, but everyone's got their own little style. He
Just like throwing shade at Jimmy's there. I mean, not that I care about them.
He had a very, very noticeable style. Keep this in mind. He would be on air every Sunday, and he was like this wholesome man that wasn't even controversial in the slightest. He knew how to make jokes that were never a little bit aggressive or anything. It was just like perfectly wholesome. Parents would even let their kids watch. He would talk about everyday topics and be so knowledgeable, and he was really like a national treasure. I'm talking big. He was getting like 32 million live viewers.
Wow.
In a single week. Live viewers, not even like video viewers, live. So when the writers were done scripting Cell Phone, the first movie, this is in the past, they tried to get Yong to play the character in the movie.
What?
So of course he was kind of intrigued, and he was like, oh, like that's interesting. You guys are doing a movie about a TV host, and I'm a TV host in real life. So I mean, that could open doors in the acting world. I want to be involved. So they kind of talk to him about his thoughts, and they get his whole mindset. They're like, okay, like, well, how do you do the morning routine? What's your
Is the issue here? It's like too close to home, so they go, oh, I can't do this movie. Because it's literally in my life.
life as a TV host? Like, give me the biggest struggles. How do you get over like anxiety of hosting? And they literally picked his whole brain, and he gave them all the answers. He was just so passionate. It was very cool to be involved in something like this. And then they were like, okay, that's all we need from you now. And he's like, oh, like, are you guys gonna, you know, make it good? They're like, yeah, don't worry about it. You're gonna love it when it comes out.
Oh, they didn't tell him it was about a cheating host doing all this stuff. They just want to know how his life was.
Movie comes out, and it's about the main character is a TV host that the nation loves, but he's also a cheater, gaslighter, manipulator, and he has no redeeming qualities.
But why is he pissed?
Because everything about his unique hosting style,
Is
everything was copied in the movie. Everyone thought it was him.
OMG.
Everyone thought he was the inspiration behind the character. And even though a lot of the actors and actresses would come out and say, no, like, I know people are going to think that it's inspired by him, but it has nothing to do with him. Of course, people are going to be like, you guys probably were inspired by him. And maybe you guys are all connected in the industry, and you know that he's, like, cheating on his wife because he was married. He's cheating on his wife, and you guys made a whole movie plot about it. Like, this is probably real to some extent. I hate this quote with a passion. Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Why does she hate that quote so much?
No, sometimes, Karen, it's a f***ing smoke machine. But they were, like, really digging on him. Like, people were canceling him for nothing. And he's like, my life is ruined. People are commenting that my wife is a green hat. I don't know. They probably weren't saying that, but they were like, oh my God, you know your husband is cheating on you. They know nothing about this man. His whole career was ruined. His image was basically ruined because of a movie, a fictional movie. He had literal, real financial drawbacks from a fictional movie that he wasn't even in. Think about that. He said he had so much trauma from this. I mean, all he did every day was go out there and say, this is not about me. So please, it's not about me. The damage was done, okay? People moved on. Fan Bingbing got her award. People were like, this is the best movie ever. And then they completely forgot about it. And then
No, like, lawsuit, no nothing. He just, like, took it as, like, I guess I'm just screwed now because of this movie.
15 years later, the director says, hey, it's 2018. Guess what movie you guys love? Oh, yeah, you love Cell Phone? Well, we're coming out with Cell Phone 2.
The grenade on the, is that the, like, box art for the movie? So why is there a grenade on it? What is the movie, like, what is the first one to get into if there's, like, a grenade on it? Like, if you don't see, like, I mean, I can't really, this color is basically the same color. If you haven't noticed now, I do try to, color coats the pen to what I'm watching, what I like believe their main like color is. But yeah, like you have like the grenade here. I mean, I know that looks weird, but like just trust me, that's what a grenade looks like. Especially with the, I don't know what these are like. They're supposed to be like movie screens inside the grenade, but it's a fragmentation grenade, aka a frag. Like, so what the heck's happening in this movie that they have a frag on the box art?
Hey, it's 2018. Guess what movie you guys love? Oh, yeah, you love Cell Phone? Well, we're coming out with Cell Phone 2. It's going to be the 15-year reunion, and we're reuniting and learning new things from the past. So in 2018, when Young hears this, he had worked his image back up, and he thought it was all over, and he was enraged. When he heard that there was going to be another movie, he reached out to the screenwriter and asked them, you know what, stop the productions, okay? Because
Okay, so he was able to climb back out of this, not necessarily a smear campaign, but like it became a smear campaign just accidentally.
if you were going to harm my ability to make money and ruin my reputation once more after I spent 15 years building it back up, absolutely not. Absolutely freaking
You're
not.
freaking kidding me. This is what went down?
This is how she got exposed and basically had to pay $130-something plus million. Oh, you're like, what?
Wait, what? Yeah, like literally, like what? 130 million?
What? Let me tell you. So he warns the writer, think twice before proceeding. This guy is, I feel like at this point he has nothing to lose. He's about to lose it all again, you know? This TV host has nothing to
I
lose.
think he's very big,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
But I think, like, you know when someone does you so dirty? I think you don't even care anymore about your career. You're like, don't
This sounds
even
like
try
some like
again.
personal drama. Like,
Yeah.
don't you dare make this video.
So people were like, we're gonna
I insert the Homelander meme here. Like, you know what? I'm gonna pull that up. Pray to God that Amazon does not freaking copyright strike me, because I want to use this clip to make a point for like a split second. So everyone pray. If you're seeing the clip right now, that means everything's fine. But if the clip is cut, then no, it is because Amazon strikes me and I removed it from the video. Alright, here it is. I got the scene pulled up on YouTube. The clip. Again, I swear to God, Amazon, I'm gonna come for you, Amazon, if you like copyright me. Because I'm literally just talking about this scene so we can talk about it in another scene. But essentially what the that talk show host is doing is like this right here.
Go ahead. Release it. Let's light this candle, huh? I mean, sure, I'll lose everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose.
And that right there, like that's basically what's happening with this guy. Yeah, sure, go ahead and do it, because you know I'll lose everything, but I'll have nothing to lose.
make the video. Like, so they responded to him, and they straight up lied to him. They said, don't worry. The title of the movie isn't even Cell Phone 2. We just did that for promo. It's going to be called Friend Group. It's got nothing to do with you or talk show host, So Jung tried to talk to him about all the things that happened. You know, he had a young family at the time. He had kids that heard about it, and they thought that their dad had done this, and that's why there was a movie on it. You know, his wife and his relationship was strained, and the writers were like, oh my God, that was like 15 years ago. Get over it. Like, the main protagonist is somebody else. It's not a TV host. It's someone that's in the online space, you know, because we're like 2018 now. Very sassy. And they're like, it has nothing to do with you. No worries.
And it's about him again?
Is it?
Well, we don't know, but
So all that to be like, hey, it's not about you. So I guess they went through and made it again. Anyways, though.
a movie poster comes out.
Again, like, why is a grenade? Also, the two on the grenade is like the pin that you pull out of the grenade as well.
Cell Phone 2. It's not Friend Group. It's not Friend Group. So he's getting so mad. He was so pissed. And at the same time, because all of the promotions are happening, they're like starting the production, funding being even post. Thanks to the directors for giving me Woo again, like giving me this character again. Hashtag Cell Phone 2 movie.
Okay, so it's same people. I mean, she's in it again, right? So has to do about the same talk show host in the movie, or is it a new one? Like, why? How is she still in the same movie? You know, like 1,000 years later, if it's not about the same characters. Which, if it's the same characters, well, it's the same guy that they're talking about, which is the talk show host in real life.
She has no idea, huh?
I think she probably had contractual agreements, and I also think
She just never guessed things will go down like that.
yeah, I think like she's an actress, and it feels like he was more involved with the directors and the screenwriters, being like, what the f you guys? Where she was an actress that wasn't even portraying him.
Yeah.
She was just in the movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But why the hell he targeted Fan Bingbing though?
That's a question I'd like to know too.
Oh, so she doesn't know why.
Right?
There's speculations.
But he is the one who exposed it.
Yeah.
Because of this. That is so crazy.
After she posts this, he's pissed off, and he cryptically tweets, or
One who dares to give the award one who dares to receive the award.
Weibos. One who dares to give is one who dares to receive. And he didn't at her. No one really connected the dots. It was just kind of like, ooh, he's probably mad about cell phone too, but we don't really know that it's Fan Bingbing. And then he posted a picture of her receiving the National Spirit Achievers Award for her acting in Cell Phone, the first movie.
From 15 years ago?
Yeah, so now it was very clear that he was upset at Fan Bingbing to thrive and build a career off of something that almost ruined his life, which it didn't ruin his life.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine.
He's killing it.
So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like, did it? Like, it didn't ruin his life, but like, did it almost ruin it? But he was able to like bounce back and become successful again, despite the movie, right? Like, that does matter.
Fan Bingbing saw
Even if he's doing well now, it doesn't mean that he didn't have to struggle to get back to that point.
it, but she ignored him because you don't want to engage because you don't know what's going to happen if you engage in something like that. And it's also not her problem. She's not the one that wrote it. She's not the director. She's not the producer. She was contractually obligated probably to post #cellphone2 movie.
Yes, but it's not really her fault, or she's not really doing anything here. It is just the directors. Though, on top of that, I feel like he doesn't really have the right to be like, hey, you can't make this movie. On top of that, it's not just, has nothing to, it's not her fault. It's not even that it's the director's fault, ? It's just they can do whatever they want, though this is China, so I don't know if you can literally do whatever you want. You just can't make whatever kind of movie you want. I feel like in China, because you're going to get in trouble, they literally banish people over there, like digitally banish people. So I don't think you have full freedom of speech to just make whatever you want. I assume. Thus, like, you can say, oh, maybe they don't have the right to make this movie, maybe they do, I don't know, but I feel like he doesn't have the right to tell them no. Yeah, I don't know.
And she goes on to post a picture that day. Pictures of her on set for Cell Phone 2. And she captioned it, on set for Cell Phone 2, I'm excited. And Jung was livid. He posted, one who dares to ask dares to give. Like, he's like posting cryptically again. He then proceeds to post a picture of a contract that Fan Bingbing signed that showed that she was getting paid $1.4 million for a movie she had done. People were pissed. They're commenting, this society is so perverted. A celebrity's income is even better than some small companies. Look at these people, millions, tens of millions, and it's like a game to them. Celebrities are disgusting, eat the rich. A regular farmer would never make any of that amount, even if he worked his entire life.
Does he have the right to expose such like private information? I feel like no. Is anybody in trouble for that?
$1 million? How many lifetimes would I have to work to get that type of money?
Isn't that like kind of like low for a movie or what have you? Shouldn't it be like 50 to 100 mil? ? Like, isn't that like what a lot of actors are getting? Like, I said like too many times there. Like, I just said it again. Like 10 mil to 50 million? ?
He posted Fan Bingbing's contract.
Yes, just one.
Okay.
Again, like, how does he have the ability to do that?
Okay, so overall, people were like, that's disgusting how much she's getting paid. Just wait, because it gets worse, okay? $1.4 million for a movie. And
1.4 million? Again, I feel like that's nothing for an actor. People over here, I feel like, are getting 50 mil easy, ?
And then people started kind of sympathizing with him, and they said, we don't even understand what he went through 15 years ago. Like, we'll never be in his shoes. Like, this is probably really traumatic for him. Nobody was really mad at him for posting that. Then on May 28th, 2018, he made another Weibo post and captioned it, you don't have to perform, you're disgusting. And he followed it up with several pictures.
What's with all the smear?
Next day, he would post the series of pictures that would completely end Fan Bingbing's career as she knew it. He said, try and guess one person is acting. Why are there two contracts? So there's one actor. Why are there two contracts for one actor?
What does that mean? Are they getting paid double? Is it getting two payments for one actor? ? Or is it deeper than that? Like, she has contracts with multiple people and she's only supposed to have a contract with one person at a time, and like there's conflicting things happening there?
We call this the one big, one small, or the yin and yang contracts. They're not afraid of exposing.
Oh, it's the I remember now. It's the whole thing where I think in China you're only allowed to make X amount of money for a movie, right? You're only allowed to make this much. You can't make more than this much money. So you have to have two contracts, one for China's government and one under the table that China's government doesn't really know about. Maybe they do know, but they don't. where you actually get paid the real money, which is probably $100,000,000, right?
Exposing the small one, because $1.4 million for a movie? I mean, people are mad, but it's not the worst. But there's a hidden contract that never gets exposed, and that one is worth $5 million.
Still, I feel like people here are still making more than that, but that is what I was thinking, right? As she mentioned that in passing somewhere, I forgot what one of these videos she mentioned it, and that they do have some sort of thing like that, because they literally are not allowed to make more than X amount of money on these movies, so they have to give them like a hidden under the table contract that is like under the government's nose? Question mark. Is it fully under the nose? Like they don't even have to pay taxes on it? Question mark. Under the nose.
So he said $6 million. Wow. And on top of that, after taking $6 million secretly, so $5 million in secret, unpaid taxes. Okay, so let me explain yin and yang contracts, right? Basically, in Chinese law, I don't know if we have this in Hollywood, but you can only give a certain percentage of the movie production cost to the actors and actresses. So this makes sure that you can't pay an actor and actress an obscene amount of money.
Or like you can pay the most of your budget to the actor, so it has to be appropriate.
Yeah, so it has to be a small like percentage. There's like a legal limit. So what these actors and actresses will do is, let's say you are signing a movie and I say, okay, on this official contract that I'm going to give to the government and show people and keep in my records, you get paid $1 million. We're legally good. Here, sign it. And then we have an under the table contract.
Just to make it clear, so what it means is that, let's say you are the actress, you want $10 million. But the budget for the movie is $15 million. Now, if people find out that I paid $10 million to you and only $5 million to produce the movie,
and like
people
the crew,
will be pissed.
Yeah.
Exactly, pissed. So what they do is $15 million is the budget. They will pay you $1 million and then pay you the rest of $9 million in a separate contract, and then pay the rest of the $14 million to the crew. So you still get a giant amount of money, but on paper you only got $1 million.
Yeah.
So the percentage doesn't seem crazy to people.
I think if that were the only situation, it may have been fine. Maybe she would have gotten canceled by the public. But this is where it went wrong.
I'm just like noticing that her camera's out of focus. It's out of focus, right? Like she's so blurry. It's like focusing on the background. Don't know when that happens. Like I'm just noticing it now.
It doesn't matter what country you're in. It really doesn't matter. You don't with the IRS. Because that hidden contract is not just hidden from the public.
Yeah, it's hidden from the government, like I was saying earlier. And that's how people got in trouble before, right? Is like you get in trouble for fraud, and if you screw over the IRS, then you get banished by China. Like, period. End of discussion.
It's hidden from Uncle Sam. It's hidden. She paid no taxes on this, and she probably did this for every single movie and or show once she got big. Insane. So people were already mad that she was getting paid $1.4 million. They found out that she's evading taxes and getting
Did I say fraud earlier? I meant like tax evasion.
paid $6 million, and he exposed she was on set for 4 days. He said for this movie, for $6 million, you were on set for 4 days. I don't know how he knows this. The contracts apparently were pretty easy to get. They're like an industry thing. Everyone knows that they're yin and yang contracts, but no one goes out and brings it to the public because why would you do that? Everyone's getting paid from yin and yang contracts. Like everybody's winning and profiting. So why would you bring it to attention to the authorities or to the public? So Fan Bingbing responded, and it was kind of a very bland response. It was a very legal response. Like definitely her lawyer wrote this. They stated that this was defamation, and the man kept posting evidence of more things.
No way.
What, defamation to the illegal activities that you're doing? I mean, yes. Like, you can do that over there, right? It doesn't matter that it's something you're actually doing. It does, in fact, make you look bad, even if it is something you are doing. So you can get legal action taken against someone for doing that to you, even though it is true that you are doing said bad thing.
Yeah, and on June 3rd, it got so bad the Chinese tax authorities stated they will be investigating tax evasion practices in the film and TV industry, the whole industry.
Oh, man.
So like the blurriness on the camera is actually hard to look at now. I can't look at her because it's just too hard to look at, the blurriness.
Hawaii entertainment stocks plummeted, and Yoon took a screenshot and posted it and like giggled.
The stock market price?
Yeah, and Fan Bingbing had been working with over 120 brands as their ambassador, like Cartier, L'Oreal, Adidas, Chopard, Mercedes-Benz, literally everything. And she made like $28 million from brand deals alone in like a year. She would often charge like $4 million a brand deal, and they all started cutting ties with her.
Yeah, she lost everyone. Also, didn't we hear yesterday that some of those brands could also have clauses that say if you screw up, you need to give us all our money back?
Like it was like, you know, the Chinese cancellation. The brands drop, and then the government comes for you, and you literally are ghosted. So that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, you get banned, deleted, erased.
Yeah, but what about the movie Cell Phone? Isn't that like such a famous movie? Can you not watch Cell Phone in China anymore because of this situation?
So, October 2018, tax authorities stated that Fan Bingbing was being fined 123 million US dollars.
Oof, 120 million.
For tax evasion. Now, here's the insane part. She paid it back.
I mean, if she is just rich enough to do it, and her parents are rich too, so I'm guessing 120 million is just like nothing at this point.
It was like the biggest fine in the history, right?
Yes.
$130 million. And I think a lot of people were also so worried because nobody keeps that cash. I heard she had to sell a couple houses, but she had a lot of houses.
Yeah, but she said, babe, get me my checkbook, okay? Okay, it said that she had to sell properties, and her husband also sold a few assets to help pay for the $123 million. But what's really f***ed up is in 2019 they divorced.
Oof. Like that actually had to take like an escalated oof. Like once it sinks in what is being said, because assuming that those assets belonged to him before they got together, he had to sell his stuff to pay off her tax fraud, and then she just leaves him anyways. Like they divorce, so it's like, oof, you just wasted a lot of your capital. Is that what you would call it? You just wasted all of your capital bailing your wife out, only for you to get divorced like a year later, if like not less than that. Like oof, like again that required an escalated tier of oof.
Wow.
So I don't know what happened there. But Fan Bingbing posted an apology for her wrongdoings, paid it off, and she kind of went dark for a while. I think it's like that period where you just have to let people get over it. I don't know if the Chinese government is like letting her back. I don't know it's kind of like she's slowly making a comeback, so she is appearing.
I mean, is it just the fact that she is Fan Bingbing? And they're like, okay, I know we banished her, but she's Bingbing. We got to get her back.
On social media, she's not ghosted anymore, but it's not like that push.
So apparently there's not even like a clear person you can talk to.
Yeah.
Like you can't ask someone, say, hey, am I banned? Nobody knows. It's kind of like an entity that's like very shadowy, and you just don't know if your thing will get banned or not. Like
Yeah. She went dark for a while.
Can't you just like hack? I mean, I shouldn't be saying anything like this. Can't you just like get the best hacker team in the world and just like hack the Chinese internet and see like, okay, there has to be somewhere in the code that says like if you go far enough, not necessarily in the internet itself, but like if you just keep taking ties and be like, okay, here's a list of people who are banned, and it's just like a big list that's like, okay, remove all mentions of yada yada yada, right?
Divorced her husband in 2019, and in 2021 she slowly starts coming out, and she would show up not in China but on magazines all over East Asia, Southeast Asia. People said that she was collecting magazine covers. She would just, all of them. South Korea, literally everywhere but China. Okay?
No way.
Everywhere but China. And then she started killing it with the red carpet looks. She was at the Cannes Film Festival recently, this one too. She was at the Oscars recently, this year too. Yeah. Killing it.
So like you're banned, so it's weird to be just showing up at all these places despite being banned, not being able to make any movies anymore or whatnot. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the Oscars. Though, hold on. I know
this one too. She was at the Oscars.
I know this dress is nice and all that. It's using harsh contrast here with like the silver against the very, honestly, it's very green screen green. With that green, so it's actually kind of weird for like if you know, but green screening. It just looks like she's wearing like a green screen background as like a drape. But didn't we just say that green can be seen as a bad color in China? So it's weird to see her wearing green. I don't know if this is just, I don't know, they look nice, or if there's some sort of symbolism happening here with her literally wearing green, and not just like a little bit of a green, but like a like over-exaggerated amount of green, honestly, with that. Or like is it some sort of like screw you to China? I don't know. But I feel like there might be something more to this outfit. At least just since we just gained the knowledge of green potentially equals bad, right?
Recently this year too. Yeah. Just, I mean, killing it. She's gotten into the good graces of a few different brands again. She became a global ambassador recently for Guerlain. They're like a super fancy skincare brand. Like super old school, rich, I think like French skincare. It's like La Mer type of vibe. And people have mixed reviews. Some people say, you know, we should give her a chance because it's not like she hurt us. And then other people say, yeah, she did because she evaded taxes. And she's already rich and she's evading taxes. It's kind of like eat the rich. Why would you support that? But then some people are saying, well, everyone was doing it, so why wouldn't she do it? Do you really think that if you were in her position, you wouldn't do it? So it's like been a very big debate on how people feel about it. I personally don't know. See, this is my problem. I'm too emotional to make decisions or have strong opinions because I'm a sucker for like a female comeback story. I'm a sucker for a divorced woman comeback. I don't know why.
I think she was definitely targeted, took the hit for this.
Yes, she took the hit when probably every single male actor too in that cell phone movie, they probably do yin and yang contracts, which she was specifically targeted, and that.
Sure. Though who else got in trouble for this? Was it Chris Wu, who got like blown up over the movie contract stuff, the quote unquote yin and yang thing? Because someone else had this happen to them prior. I don't know who it was. I don't remember who it was. It could have been Chris, which Chris Wu's video I think is next, which I don't know how we are feeling about that, because it's just them reading his text messages, which I've kind of forgotten what exactly his deal was. Was he just like a weirdo with his text messages? I don't remember. But that's their next video, I'm pretty sure, in the Chinaverse. So I don't know if anyone like actually is truly interested in that. I guess we'll probably just watch it tomorrow anyways, just because it's shorter than usual. And I am just like doing one of these videos every day, so having like something shorter than normal would be nice. But yeah, someone else did get punished, I'm pretty sure, for this. I just don't remember who it was.
That makes me a little enriched. I get it. Like, technically she did do something wrong, so of course she was exposed for it. But still, I think the fact that he went after her specifically. Yeah.
And
I don't know why he did that, other than I just being hateful.
heard,
I don't know.
like when that happened, the whole industry just turned into a winter, right?
Yeah.
Nobody spending money, everybody staying low. And then a bunch of people paid tax. All the celebrity all of a sudden start paying tax. They're like, oh, here's some money.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make a donation to the IRS.
Yeah, and I think they even make an announcement like everyone pay your tax before we come for you. And I think most people did. And I heard there's a few who still didn't pay. And then the government came for them too, and they all got banned.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what your chances of evading the CIA, NSA, FBI, I don't know. Your chance of evading the IRS in the long run, 0%. Don't even try. Why would you live with that?
Yeah, and that's why I feel about these type of things. It's like, it's all gonna come back to you.
Yes!
One day.
Oh my God, yes! I don't know if it's my anxiety, but I'm always like, whatever you think you're doing in the dark, eventually one day someone's gonna turn on the light and you're gonna have your fucking hand in your pants scratching your butthole. And you don't wanna be doing that, so. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And that is the crazy story of Fan Bingbing's life. Do we like kind of stand? Okay, sorry, tax evasion is really bad, but like, she's kind of cool. She said, I don't need to marry a rich family. I can't. Bye.
Okay, well that is the end of that video. So again, it's just same thing. I think this keeps happening. It just has to do with money or fraud or tax evasion. They evaded taxes, and you just get blown up. You get banished. Though it seems like she's only soft banished, since they were saying her social medias are kind of back, question mark. So who knows if she's going to make a bigger comeback. This again, as usual, was like 2.5 years ago. So who knows what's going on with her nowadays. But yeah, I feel like not too crazy of a story. The cell phone thing was kind of crazy though. Because like, was he actually doing anything? Like, was that guy actually doing anything? Or was it literally just fiction that happened to be based on that guy? And it like kind of screwed him up, and he just again, like, he had nothing left to lose, right? So he just went after her. I don't know why he went after her specifically though, unless it's some sort of hate because she's the mistress in the show, in the movie I mean, and that's why there's like extra hate for her, question mark, because she's the mistress in the show. I don't know. I keep saying show. In the movie, it is kind of weird that he went so hard like that. But yeah, again, it just seems to always come down to tax evasion or fraud, getting these people banished. I mean, other things too, but I think it's specifically those two things. And again, I think Chris Wu's text messages are tomorrow, question mark. I don't know. I think that's the next video on the list. We'll have to see whatever goes up tomorrow. I mean, I think I'm good. I don't think I have anything else to say about the story. So guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers. To think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we're working on watch time and subscribers, and shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. Here's the do. See ya.